All right, take a look at this wild storm chaser video of a tornado in Hammond, Oklahoma. The tornado was rated an EF2. What does that mean? Well, winds anywhere from about 111 miles per hour, possibly as high as 135 miles per hour. Amazing, Paul, to see all that debris just circling around that tornado. You don't want to be anywhere near that thing.
That big chunk of debris was actually a big chunk of the roof going all around there. Hey, this week marks the 20th anniversary of a tornado outbreak that brought 60 tornadoes from Texas to Illinois.
And in Heston, Kansas, a monster F5 tornado ended up damaging or destroying 24 businesses and more than 200 homes.
Reporter Craig Andres looks back.
I think it's time to go.
March 13, 1990. It's known as the Heston tornado. It killed 2.
Cute little fine fella.
Shredded dozens of homes and businesses. That killer first dropped from darkened skies mid-afternoon not far from Pretty Prairie. Steve Bayless was the Harvey County undersheriff at the time, on patrol that day, warning those in the path of the twister. He saw it heading for his own home.
I knew. I just knew. You could tell by the path.
Bayless watched helplessly as the tornado exploded his own house. No one was home, so he immediately got back to patrol, warning others as the twister careened toward Heston.
It's just stuff, and it was more important to be able to warn the people in the path.
The tornado was on the ground for about an hour, and F5 as it neared Heston. Storm spotters continued to get the word out as the monster actually gained intensity, churning into Heston. And with the help of those storm spotters, Heston had good advance notice that the twister was on its way. In fact, the sirens had been blowing here in town for some time. And as this photograph was snapped by somebody watching the tornado pummel through the area, the tornado was only 2 blocks away from a Pizza Hut that was leveled.
I came in and said it was time to get everybody to safety.
Jason Reynolds managed that Pizza Hut. It's been 2 decades, but he talks vividly about the killer like it was yesterday.
The walls were shaking like it was like an earthquake.
When he saw the winds swirling around the building, he began to move customers to the safety of a freezer.
There's not a whole lot of room in these, as you can tell, but we were able to pack as many people in as we could.
And when that was full, he and 4 others got into an interior bathroom and listened to the sounds of shattering glass and metal twisting in the intense wind.
What happened when we walked out of the bathroom, this is kind of an interesting story, we walked out of the bathroom and looked up and we could see sky. And one of the waitresses who was with me, she just kind of lost it at that point.
Time may not have healed every wound, but today Heston is rebuilt and quiet with several thriving businesses. Steve Bayless is retired from sheriff duty. He rebuilt his farm with a storm shelter. Jason Reynolds, he pastors a church in Newton and is now convinced prayer played a role in riding out the storm of his life.
To have that many people in a restaurant and to take a hit from an F5 tornado across the front of your restaurant, everybody was walking away safe.
All right, it is spring break, and you said before, novel idea, people skiing for spring break, and this is the season to do it because, I mean, the conditions have been fantastic.
Oh, yeah, it gets a little warmer out there, and we actually have some fresh powder moving into some of these spots.
Oh, plenty of snow. Right now, just seeing some clear skies in Keystone and in Breckenridge, but we got a pretty good base right now. You know what? Almost 100% open in Keystone. But it's not just there. It's also snowing in California right now.
Exactly. Very low snow level. So getting to some of these spots, a little tricky overnight tonight, but you'll be glad once you get there. Just slow it down. A lot of fresh powder awaits.
Yeah, and the snow forecast is for snow showers tomorrow morning around Tahoe, but after that, plenty of sunshine, and that's called California skiing there, Adam.
45 on
There's a lot of
Sunday.
people who will only go out there in Tahoe when it's like 40, 50 degrees and just nothing but sun.
And you can get a burn, big burn out there.
You can easily get sun.
Someone as white as me, big trouble.
We're coming back after this.